Alright, so here's a RS7 C7. This car got the bigger turbos and a lot of different upgrades by DT Performance. So what I'm gonna do with this car, we're gonna do the low pressure fuel pump upgrade, the one I was working for like at least 3-4 months already, and testing my car right there. And all the tests went through really well, so it works really good. So this car needs better low pressure fuel pump. It's pushing some power. Yep. First, make sure the car is near empty tank, and to drop the low pressure fuel, because you gotta disconnect the line. You start the car, unplug the power, and start the car until it's stalled. So you gotta wait until the engine is stalled. Means the fuel is gonna be empty, pretty much. Alright, the next part will be taking out this cap, top cap. So make sure you got some cloth in here, because when you pull it out the fuel pump, some fuel will drop. So you don't want to, get fuel into that cover or something. Try catch much as you can. Really simple. We start the car until it's tight. Now here is a less pressure in the system. So to open up, you gotta go counterwise. This way, that way, like that. So you taking the nut off. All right, let's do that. All right, so we take apart, take the pillar out of the pump, take apart. Right away you cut this. You don't need this. That's the bulkheads I'm using, so I have 2 of them. So let's install those, and we need 8mm bit. Alright, so clean up this with drill tool. I'm gonna drill a hole here and next to it, so it's gonna be 2 of them in here. So here's the first hole, 8.1, 8.2mm. Hole must be. All right, so here's another hole. Drill it to the most accessible place. So this is the place, only place you can put it actually. The filter is pretty much in the way. All right, so that's how it looks. Okay, nice tight. Beautiful. Let's connect the pump here. So that's how it's gonna be. This is connection for your Valbro pump. Here is, just make sure you mark over here which one is positive, which one is negative. Red one is positive, of course, and black one negative. Just put a marker. So this is the one of the brackets. You will see a straight piece like this, and you have to see which way you want to bend it. And the RS7, the perfect position will be like this. So I gotta stay out of the filter, stay out of the level sensor. It's gonna be on the left side, the whole assembly. You can rotate this pretty much anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. Alright, so after you clip bend this, you have to put the CNC piece that I made and adjust the height of the pump with the fuel filter. So when this sits, the filter is going to be all in the bottom like this in the tank, right? You can adjust with this, or you can adjust with the pump, right? You lose this bolt and the pump is moved up and down. I did it this way. I put the pump all the way up in here and just this side, so it sits perfectly where it needs to be. Make sure you tighten this fitting before the way you need it. That's the way I'm gonna keep it. You will receive all the fittings, even fittings over here too. So at this point it's pretty much ready, right? I'll show you how it's gonna be. So we decide to put a pump on the side like this. So if you're in the car, this is the seat area right here at the beginning. Okay, so the level sensor, nothing on this side. Make sure nothing is gonna be touching. And the pump is gonna be on the left side of the bracket, so closer to here, because you have more room, more height in the tank on this side. So at this point we gotta put all the fittings and put all together. I'll show you the next step. Okay, you got all the heights and everything. Pump will come already with the FPR installed. And this guy right here, this is the when it's gonna be over pressure, it will release through this fitting, and I put in the flexible hose inside here, so it will fill actually bucket itself. All right, which is even better, like doing two things at the same time. All right, let's put all the hoses together now. So you will receive these fittings. This fitting we put in an OEM pump right here, and we're connecting the line from the filter, which is this line right here, connecting to here. Then you will see the hoses as well. You're gonna connect one in here, right? Then you put a Y. You're gonna have two more lines, right? You're gonna have two more lines. One line Y is gonna go to this, and the other one is gonna go to the top of this pump, Lpfp pump. And you will receive this fitting, quick disconnections. And one on the side you will have the 90. Okay, I'll put everything now together. You're definitely gonna see it, what I mean. All right, so the whole hose is connected. There is a T. There is the original fuel line for the filter right here. So it's like OEM. You just press it out and unplug it. This one goes to the Y. Pump pushing the fuel through here. Here is the FPR. Second pump pushing the fuel through here too. Through the FPR, when FPR releasing, 6.2 bar, it will release the fuel, and the rest of the fuel going back to the bucket. Just thickening that into that hole, and that's it. This is the RS7, so in the RS7 they have pickup tube, so it's gonna be here another pickup tube and connected there. You do not really need it anymore. RS7 pump, you can use the S4, S5 facelift without tube, because it's actually a stronger pump. It will flow more than RS7. RS7 losing duty cycle because of this pickup tube. It doesn't matter. Like with this setup, you don't need the RS7 exactly, but you can get the S5, S4 facelift, which is B8.5, and exactly same stuff. So everything's secured, tight. We gotta take everything apart, slide it in first, the bracket, then we gotta slide it in the excuse me, we gotta slide it in the bucket, attach all the holes inside the fuel tank. The power already done, so it's right there on this side, as I'll show you before. And that's it. That's how it looks. I had this set up for like 5 months already, no, 4 months I think, and I'm using full 85 on my S5 right now, and 34 psi of boost, 32, 34, full 85, and I have still left some of it. If it's not enough, you're pushing over 1000 horsepower, then you need a second pump. But like some people saying this filter restricted, right? I don't know. I don't have any restriction yet on the filter side, so yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing the car and see where the restriction will be at that filter. So we're not putting so much pressure right now with this FPR. If you do just the pump like this, like many people do, they just put the wire like that, they're pushing the whole entire pressure in the system, which is you over pressurize the filter. I mean, they have FPR too, but this FPR like 7 almost 8 bar. It releases the fuel, but it's 8 bar. It's a lot of pressure. We don't want 8 bar in the filter, and especially we don't want 8 bar at the fuel line. This is too much. Even my experience with my car, I had this set up before, just regular Valbro pump pushing the whole pressure entire, and I had misfire. It's kind of misfire. It wasn't misfire actually. It's because of overpressure. Car doing weird stuff. As soon as I did that, that's it. It's gone. I picked up like 2-3 miles at quarter mile with this setup. That's what I think. Maybe I did something else, but definitely was feeling faster with this pump. Yeah, and that's it. Next video I'll show you everything in the car already. That will be probably tomorrow. I'm done for today. Yep, that's what you're paying for. This pump will be 1800, the whole kit. You still have to clamp this stuff. I'm gonna send everything, all the fittings, all the clamps, hoses. You just have to do whatever I did it in this video. Now you know it's not just regular, plug it in pump and wipe off the fuel line. It's more on it, more stuff on it. And then we gotta do the electrical part for the relay, how to install the relay and boost switch, which is I'm using the radium kind of type of switch, adjustable from 5 to 20 psi. You don't need this pump until 20, right? So I adjust mine at 20. It kicks in at 20s. That's it. That's all I needed. All right. So this is the first part. That's how I'm gonna fit into the gas tank. This part first. Then we're gonna put the basket in, attach all the hoses, connections, and the last step will be the cap with the electrical parts. All right, so you set the pump there with the bracket first. It's a little bit tight, so make sure you play around to figure out the best way to fit it. And yeah, make sure the wiring is here for the pump, closest to you, so you can reach it to connect everything, That's how it's gonna be looks inside the tank. And here we put the basket. Alright, so we connect the original pickup tube in here. This is another rest of the pressure will fill the bucket back in. Pretty much these two doing the same job. We connect the Lpfp pump and the whole entire FPR assembly. The only thing left is connect the supply line in here for the filter and top cover. That's it. So that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be on the side over there. Everything looks good to me. Alright, so everything is pretty much in. It's really hard to do it. I guess I never did the C7 or A6 fuel pumps yet, but it's a lot less space than Audi S4, S5. And yeah, it makes a little bit difficult job because lots of stuff needs to be fit in. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost there. Let's see. It's a little bit hard, but can be done. So it's all in. It was a little bit pain in the ass, but I did it. This gasket is pain in the ass. Like I said, S4, S5 bigger opening, and don't have this kind of gasket. and makes much easier to work. This one is a little bit harder. Didn't expect that. So yeah, make sure you have a patient. Make sure you didn't jam any wires. This is very important because lots of wires, sensors, plus pump wire in there. Make sure they all look good. Double check everything before you do anything. Make sure all the lines is good and not kinked. Okay, so here's the location for fuel pump relay. I found it free spot in this area, so I'll just fit all the wiring through here, and got the fuse in here, and we gotta keep this in here. Good spot for it. This relay for 40 amps, and as many people know, Walbro take a lot of amps, so better to have at least 30 amp. I would like to get 40 with the 10 gauge wire. So yeah, this is the location, permanent location for the relay and fuse. So that's how it's gonna be. Now we're gonna run the plus 10 gauge wire, this red one, to the compartment in here and to the battery, directly to the battery. So there's a black wire running all the way to the driver's side over there, and this is the orange wire going to the pump itself. So I run it through the compartment right in here, as you see down there. It's coming out from this side, the black wire going through here, the orange one is for the pump. Okay, this one gonna go around it and to the driver's side. That's for the switch, boost switch. Okay, so here's our relay. The black wire is going to the ground for the sensor, switch sensor. Orange going to the fuel pump. The red one going to directly to the battery with the fuse in here, 30 amps. The brown wire is the switch power. Means when you turn on the ignition, it's give the power to the relay, which is I use this fuse, one of the compartment fuse, and yeah, it's all connected. So I connect the pump power plus and ground negative. Just run it through the compartment same way through here and all the way to the behind the covers, so we can put everything back together. And this wire going to the switch power. Oh, I mean the pressure switch, sorry. All the way in driver's side. That's where it's going to be location, the location of the sensor. Okay, so here's the boost switch sensor. It's adjustable. As you remember, I run the black wire all the way from the relay, which is in the trunk now. So everything is connected, all the wiring, everything is connected. I'm just gonna do my test now and adjust the pump about 19-20 psi. It should start. You will definitely hear it. So turn on the ignition. Without the ignition, it's not gonna work. Ignition is on. And let's try to pump it. So I think it starts about 20 psi or so. Okay, go 20, 22. Pump is running. That's it. Good. So I choose that. Keep switching here just for in case if I have to adjust or change it. It's not, you know, hard to reach to this point. And it's connected to the boost source, my hose to the engine. Okay. Make sure you test it with the pressure test. Pressure. Make sure the pump is kicks in, and that's it. You're all set. Do the logs before and after. You can disconnect it. Do log before an OEM pump, and then plug it in and see the. Do another log with the two pumps. Just see the difference. That's what I'm gonna do now.